All right, as we go to air here, President Obama's in the middle of speaking about NSA. He's decided that we're going to get more transparency. Oh, thanks God. He could name this speech, of course, the Thank You, Edward Snowden speech, because otherwise I would have never given this speech and you would have never gotten that extra transparency at the NSA. Now, what kind of transparency are you going to get? Turns out that they will be doing a new website that will be full of transparency. I'm sure that they'll just be putting up all the information that the NSA is getting on the website. It'll be comical. In fact, when they go on to explain it, before the speech they explain, well, it will explain our justification for the NSA program. Wow, thank you so much, appreciate it. Second of all, they say that they're going to be releasing the legal rationale for their use of Section 215 of the Patriot Act. I love the state of our democracy where our government finally says, are we not merciful? We will give you our legal reasoning for what we have been doing secretly all along. I think your legal reasoning should have been transparent all along on every single action that you take, because we're not asking you what you spied on, we're asking you what is the legal basis for it. And thank you, Edward Snowden. Now we're going to find out, because President Obama had no intention of sharing that information with us before Snowden's leaks. And then finally he says, and his spokespeople say, that the president will focus on the ongoing national debate and dialogue that he has encouraged as it relates to our intelligence community. I don't remember the president encouraging that. I remember him discouraging that and being forced into that debate after Edward Snowden's leaks. Once again, thank you, Edward Snowden.
I don't think they're going to release the actual legal justification at all. That's one of the most closely guarded secrets that they've had here. And I don't think over the course of this past week, as some heat has been rising over the recent, especially the email tapping that they can do, I don't think that he's going to reveal that. I mean, just less than 2 days ago, he went on primetime TV on, I think, Jay Leno, and just lied constantly right to the audience about the lack of targeting and the lack of domestic surveillance when the entire internet has been abuzz with allegation after allegation of these different programs.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, John, because just today there's another article out in The Guardian about another loophole in the program. They said, well, we're not supposed to collect Americans' information unless with a specific foreign target. And that makes sense. If you got a specific foreign target and that he's talking to someone in the U.S., by all means, and you can get a warrant for that, no problem, right? We want them to do actual intelligence work, right? Now, it turns out, of course, instead, they collect all the information. They say, well, I mean, it's not technically bulk collection because we don't necessarily retrospectively look back at all of that information. But the loophole is, and that's what's being reported today, we can just enter your name into the database, and if we come up with your information, which we inadvertently collected, we can look at the text of the emails, the content of the phone calls, etc. We're looking at the content because of that loophole, but President Obama, of course, on the Tonight Show said, we would never.
Well, but you guys, I mean, look, the distinction is the I don't know if it's the interesting part of it, but it's their get out of jail free card for most of Americans, which is, he's not really lying. He's just saying we don't. What the Guardian article says and what everybody says is we can, and at some point, of course, they will. But since they don't actually say, let's see what Cenk Uygur is doing, and type it in, because they don't have 57 million employees, they're not doing it, which lets him get away with saying, we don't target them.
No. We don't know that they're not doing it. What you're saying is accurate in that we don't know for sure that they have typed in Cenk Uygur or Ben Mankiewicz or anything along those lines, and that provides them the out. But that's the whole point of all this. It's all 100% Orwellian. Well, we didn't target your information. We collected it, but we didn't target it. Now, it is a bulk collection, except that we don't call it a bulk collection because we didn't our new definition of bulk collection is we must look back and retrospectively at your information for it to be technically bulk collection. It's just wordplay. It's nonsense.
And that's not how the law works. You can't just add that to the definition and say, well, now it's legal. That's not what the laws establishing the NSA said. That's just their BS addition to it that could in the future be charged. I mean, if you put cameras in like a whole bunch of bathrooms, it doesn't become a crime once you watch the footage. It's illegal to take the footage in the first place.
I totally agree with John. One more
That's
point
why
on
I
this.
stopped.
We did a story yesterday with Anna on Camp Hunger Games. It's a camp where they have the kids play fake Hunger Games. They don't actually kill each other, but it's still a bad idea, right? But they said, no, it's okay, we're going to fix it. We're not saying you kill the people anymore. We've changed that to you collect their lives. So now,
Which is actually what the NSA does.
so if you went to court and you were like, Your Honor, no, I didn't murder that person. I just collected his life. The court doesn't go, oh, you changed the words. That's perfectly fine. You're free to go.